Hello, welcome to the Saturday morning stream. Welcome to Craig's Bull Tech Talk, where we talk a lot of bull. No, that was something from last week. Welcome. I'll not get too long-winded on the intro today. I already have. Anyways, today, if you're new here, this is the tech stream where we talk about whatever in the way of tech. I don't come in with, it's not a class, it's an interactive experience where you guys share what's going on in your tech world, and I try to do the same. Yeah, we'll jump right into the chat and say hello. Esther, welcome. Hey, Esther, thank you for being here. And sorry, I got a little reflection going, trying to get it positioned right. There we go. And Nick, good morning, Nick. Hope you're doing well. And Andrew, good evening, 5 p.m. in the UK. And right now, right off the bat, actually, I gotta wait and see if they're here. We'll wait on that. Let's see. Cool. And yeah, so welcome, Andrew. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling well. Devon, happy Saturday to you. What's our latest? What's our animation latest? Ashley, hey, I saw your message before I went live. Very cool with the new puppy. What kind of dog? What kind of dog did you get? And I'm glad. I'm glad you have the dog, and I hope, yeah, you just have a great time with them. And thank you for thinking about me. I appreciate it. And I always enjoy seeing you say hi, Ashley, and seeing you in the chat. Long time support. And yeah, way back when the channel was little. So thank you, Ashley. Curtis, hey, welcome, Curtis. Thank you. And good morning again, John. John's one of our channel members. Before this stream, we have our member stream. And that's just kind of, I try to share a little more behind the scenes with the channel. We talk about, like we did talk about some Akara stuff and hubs and all that. And let's see. Ooh, he's here. I'll share it now. I also shared from our friend Dave, not now Dave, and Andrea. They made me a Funko Pop. And the only thing that concerns me about this, it says it's the first edition, this says 1 of 68. I'm like, where are the other 67 going? And is that why he wanted me to sign something? No, that would be scary if it did say 1 of 50. You're like, where are the other 49? But anyways, that has nothing to do with tech. I do want to say thank you. That was so sweet, and one of just a great gift. Something I would never do for myself, which makes it so unique and fun. So thank you. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, and that's not now, Dave. So appreciate you. And let's see. And Richard. Hey, Richard. First time here. Welcome. Last week, Catherine was here and said, when are we talking about tech? There's just been a bunch of bull. So welcome. You might feel the same way at this point. Anyways, John, you were talking about hubs. My Wise hub went offline. I can't get it back up. Do I have to get a new one? If you're not seeing it in the Wise app and you've given it a hard reset, giving it a power on, power off. Next is to do that full reset to back to factory settings. And if taking it back to factory settings, it can't get back online, then I'm thinking it's done. Because what else can you really tech? If the Wise app can't see it, I blame hardware. Everything to me points back to hardware, unless it just needs a physical reset on that. But it could be buying a new one. I know the hubs have been out for quite a while. If it's the standalone hub, then it might be buying the kit again. Yeah, so I hope not. I hope it's one of those things you could just give it some kind of reset and get it going. John, good morning from cool Texas. Cool Texas, like it. We're cool LA. So welcome. Thank you, John. I appreciate you being here. Build with Finn. Hey, welcome. Thank you for being here. And Larry, happy Saturday to you too. Maran, hey, welcome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And Build with Finn, do you recommend the M1 MacBook Air? I would recommend that to 90% of people. It is that good of a machine. You could always spend a lot more, nearly twice as much more, and you get the retina display. I mean, you get all the bells and whistles you're going to find on the Pro machines. But the M1 MacBook Air, I can safely recommend. I used mine for a year to run the YouTube channel. I'm using the M1 Max now. See no reason to upgrade. Yeah, the M1 Air is a great machine. That's what I bought one for myself and for my wife, and I've had multiple people ask for recommendations. And short of, like, I did video editing, 4K video editing with multiple layers without any problems. Editing directly off hard drives too. I would say, you know, if you're getting into heavy photo editing or you're really stacking effects and stuff in video, then you might not. Not a great machine for streaming if you're doing something like OBS with multiple sources. But yeah, great machine still. Not now, Dave. David, welcome. Craig, morning. Me and Andrea are live on vacation in Malta. Hey, congratulations. Yeah, enjoy the vacation. That's right. Malta. Wow. How long are you on vacation for? And what are you doing here? So that is, yeah, I appreciate you, man, especially you guys being here. Went on vacation. Enthused, hey, welcome back. Thank you for being here. And Larry, good morning, channel member. I'm still trying to get Larry to get a 3D printer. So is it Saturday or Sunday in the US? It is Saturday at 9 a.m. Wow, 9 more days to Christmas. Who else needs to do shopping? How's that coming along? Is everybody all done? I have a couple more things that I want to get. And William, hey William, welcome. Yeah, how's everyone doing? Is there where are you guys on the shopping side? Is there any gifts that you're proud of yourself for getting? I think some of the best gifts are ones that people would not think of getting themselves. For example, I mean, there is no way I would ever pay as much money as these things are for myself for customized AirPods. But you want to give like a client a gift, you want to give somebody who likes AirPods a gift that they'll never give themselves, mind blown, custom AirPods in their team colors. They're awesome. So yeah, and it doesn't have to be expensive either. You know, I mean, this is like, hey, I would never make a Funko Pop of myself, but love it. So let's see. John, it looks like you. I think he looks better, younger. His face getting tired. I guess they didn't have the wrinkle feature. So that's, let's see. And Larry, oh, don't forget to hit that like button. Yes, definitely. It always helps. One thing, I did see something after my last stream ended. There's a feature where I can add button presses, where I can insert ads in the middle of these streams. And I was like, ooh, that's interesting. Hold on, ad please. Well, you guys want to help the channel, right? No, I turn off monetization on these streams. I don't want any commercials in the middle of a live stream. And L, hi brother, it's me. A, update my name to L. Love it. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. A, I'm in Saudi now. I missed some live streams. Wow, where's Saudi? Like Saudi Arabia? Wow. Where were you before that? Yeah, I went to Saudi Arabia in 97, 98, something like that, to Medina for a big show, a big event happening in a soccer stadium to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. But it's lunar years, not our years or something. But it was very interesting being there for that long. Let's see. We hit 100-mile-an-hour jet stream on our flight here. It was scary for 4 to 5 minutes. Yeah, 100-mile-an-hour jet stream. If you're hitting that, wow. Yeah, that's one of those things when it gets rough. The thought that pops into my head is I don't think there's many people, I mean, people involved in plane crash never thought it'd happen to them. You know, it's like, oh, it's just turbulence, and then it's not. So that's what freaks me out. 5 nights, just a short break, be back for Christmas. Oh, that's awesome, man. Very cool. 5 nights, and that's not a bad flight distance-wise, right? That's the thing. It's like in the U.S., we have all the states we could go through. I love the Europe and the countries instead. William, I can't wait for Amazon to stop coming to my house at least 4 times a day. I'm getting a delivery. I know. During when I was streaming more, it was insane. Now I'm just like, oh, what did my wife order? What did my wife order? So, yeah, but and some of it, it's like, I think I know what that is. So, well, I don't celebrate Christmas, but I do love gifts and the sugar cookies. I gotta hide them and munch on them because they're delicious. I don't care. Love them. Enjoy them. Enjoy the gifts and sugar cookies. What's wrong? Call it a birthday. So, let's see. And Kenny, hey, welcome, Kenny. And thank you for being a channel member, man. I appreciate you. And good evening. And so, I appreciate you guys that'll spend part of your evening here with me. And Ashley, sorry, I went past. Ashley, it's a Maltese puppy. I love him. He's cool. I want to take a look just so I know what dog we're looking at. I think cute when I think. Oh, okay. Yeah, here, let's bring up. Yeah, okay. That's awesome. So, good dog for a good lap dog size, too, for you. Yeah, they're cute dogs. That I would probably lean on the groom side more than the let it fly long hair side. But very cute dog, Ashley. Congratulations on it. Let's see, John, on my iPad using YouTube, when I looked at the comments, it highlighted or the text, and I can't stop it doing this. Any ideas? Oh, if you look at the comment, it's like a tap, and it's highlighting when you don't want them. I don't think so, other than I would quit the app and try coming back in to it and see if that helps at all. To see if, yeah, and one of the magic things, I mean, it's the advice I always give my wife. She says something's acting up, did you restart it? And she would say, no, it's been a few days or something. I'm like, restart, let me know if it's an issue. And it's amazing how the restart does so much. Andrew, quick medical update. Finally had scan results from September. Diagnosed with cervical spinal cord crushed by excessive bone growth. Operation due in February. Wow, that sounds hardcore, man. Andrew, I am sorry to hear that. Oh, wow. And especially I hear spinal cord, spine. I'm like, I'm so sorry, man. I hope that in February, though, the operation gets done. I'm glad you have some kind of direction now. That's good. Yeah, David, notice that the 5G in Malta is much better than the UK. Malta. No. So, but that's, wow. Yeah, Europe has it going on. Asia has it going on. I feel like U.S. just kind of took forever. Wanted to do it their way. So instead of just doing like GSM when the rest of the world was and all that. You were in Yemen. Okay, cool. That's good. Yeah, so not as much of a move. So, Devon, what brings you to Saudi Arabia? The new movie Migration coming out in 5 days on Friday, along with the new movie Anyone But You. Anyone But You. I haven't heard of that one. Is there, because Apple has some, I'm trying to picture. Okay, Anyone But You. Oh, yeah. That's a girl that was in Black White Lotus, that's what it was, which that's a crazy show. Yeah. So, and wait, how's this possible? I didn't drag on long enough. Or we just, we're approaching the holidays. Attendance is low. We'll blame that. Everyone's out Christmas shopping today. I'm caught up in comments. Looks like the stream's over. 16 minutes, new record. How'd that happen? What? Okay, so now it's tangent time. Let's see. Oh, tomorrow's video is going to be on the Echo Show 15. I'm not a fan of the device. I mean, the video is like, I'm just, it's called, as of now, it's Goodbye Echo Show 15. It's my long-term review of it. So that's tomorrow's video. And I'm curious, if you own an Echo Show 15, what are your thoughts on it? How are you feeling about the Echo Show world? I'm just finding the screens are just constantly getting populated with stuff I don't want to see, with recommendations and all that. So I'm curious where some of you guys are. And I was in Yemen, away from the war. Oh, I am. So now you're away from the war. So I hope that's what you're saying now, because that I am so sorry that you were in war. That's insane. I felt very grateful to not have. Devon, the new movie Migration coming out. Okay, yep, I passed over. No, okay, I got it right. Elon's going to make a school in Texas, 1 to 12th grade. He yeah, he wants to get into everything. It's crazy. I highly recommend listen to the Isaac Walterson Elon Musk biography. It's interesting. It explains a lot. I'm not like some Elon super fan or anything. I mean, I like the different tech stuff. I like to push in the boundary. Yeah, I'm not like a diehard Elon fan, but in checking out, listening to this audiobook, it explains a lot. I mean, it's like the dude, like childhood trauma and lack of empathy and things, just like it explains a lot, but it also explains, the way he pushed. I mean, put all of his money on the line to get SpaceX going. I mean, insane drive. So it's crazy, and he's smart. He's a smart guy. I mean, you think about it, he's the new Tesla's the new gas station. They're the new gas station coming up, and they're making deals with gas stations to have their chargers. Like this dude's got everything going on and is doing it well. But the thing is, he bet on himself and the companies on every one of those things. Like he put his money where his mouth is. So like it's very interesting, the SpaceX stories. Like they had enough money to do one more rocket, and they were only supposed to do 3, and the last one worked. So it got him government contracts, and yeah, it's insane. So no, there you go. Now, I had to fill up the comments because I can't leave already. Not now. David, UK takes ages to implement new phone networks. Took ages for 4G to cover the UK. It's mainly due to networks having to licenses to put up the mast. Can't just put up a mast where they feel like, yeah. Well, that's where I could see that. I feel like when it comes... I feel like the UK is just got more rules and stuff. Why doesn't certain features come on the Echoes? UK rules. That's usually what I picture. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear you guys got the slow side. Bill, I have my phone set to restart when I'm sleeping Sunday morning. I do it during the week sometimes. It clears out the gremlins in the memory. Do it to your PC once a week if you leave it on. That's the thing. It's amazing. It just gets rid of... we're running all this data through, and some of it just don't play nice together at times. Kitty, I'm watching you on my show 15 while making pancakes for my kids. Oh, very cool. Thank you for checking. And you know what? That's like the biggest thing with the show 15, the biggest value, and how my wife uses it is for the Fire TV side of things. But short of that, it's like we're not using it for the hub. We're not using it for, the information on the screen. So that's one of those, with people getting still, making decisions on it. That one has, it's great for the media side. Like I have a feeling mine's going to end up back on in the kitchen so that my wife can watch stuff on it. I'm not in the kitchen as much to watch stuff, or I've been bringing my iPad in. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got to do some of these. Watch the rain. Thumbs down. It's sad. But very cool, man. That's awesome. You're making pancakes for the kids. Now, Are they getting chocolate chips in there? You know, my daughter likes the jumbo pancake, like made for her, and like if her friend stays over or something. And the key is you gotta throw the chocolate chips. You gotta get them embedded. You know, I don't mix them in. You know, you know, and then it's a big one, and then I cut it with like a pizza cutter into fours, and they love it. So very cool, man. I can appreciate the pancake time, so enjoy it. Larry, Craig, what are your thoughts about Amazon moving away from Android, coming out with their own OS for their tablets, Echo devices with screens? I think it's a mistake. I just don't think. I think based on their track record, they don't have a good enough design team and a creative vision to pull it off. They've gone too many weird directions. Like they came out with their Halo band that didn't even have a display on it. So you were just going to wear an elastic band to monitor, but you can never just look down and check your watch. You know, so they've never hit the basics that lead, you know, it's like where's your Android watch that is so good people have to get one, and then now you build your phone. So I don't have much faith in them because they take the cheap way out too many times. So I think they're just going to end up with something clunky and not worth it, and then it'll just be a waste of money and time. So it's just the other people, yeah, I don't know. It's make a good watch. Make a good watch to start with. Make a great app that people want to use. You know, build a want for it. Like when's Amazon gonna finally come out with a phone? Because if they made a phone like they did a watch or like an Echo Show, God, it'd be amazing. You don't hear that. But you'll hear from Apple fans, oh, when's Apple going to build a car? You're like, well, why would you want them to build a car? So you're like, what makes them a car company? So that's one of those things I feel like they haven't proven themselves. You know, I mean, we all know, smart home folks here, we all know, everybody's getting into the smart home side. You know, it's like, oh, someone's making money on that, on the light, and we make plugs, so I guess we're lighting people now, you know, and then they ultimately flop. So I don't see it being a success because they haven't nailed the fundamentals of like a good strong interface and good strong hardware. They go for the cheapest price they can, where they need to make a pro lineup that's all about speed and efficiency. And then you have two lineups. You're like, here's our intro. It's equivalent to a MacBook Air, an iPhone 14, you know, whatever, you know, just variations. It's your intro model. And then you have the Pro. You know what? You want to tap away on the screen and customize, and, you know, it's like a tablet and a device really works. So that's my thing. Let's see. Yeah, not now, Dave. I did see there was, yeah, the one where they, that it got stuck and a Ford pulled it out. See, this is the one thing, and this isn't being like a Tesla fanboy. I did an event where they were delivering the prototype of the Hummer H2. And when they were testing the H2, their test videos were actually, the body on it was a Ford Bronco, because they hadn't even designed the outside of the body. And at times, even though it was the H2 was rated for a 45-degree incline, and the original Hummer could do 60 degrees, the bragging point was the little one had to help out the big one. So my attitude with it, and this isn't trying to be a fanboy. I don't see myself picking one up. I think most people are going to look silly driving one. But I feel like they're all going to get stuck somewhere at some point, and some vehicle is going to help another vehicle. I didn't see the full details of it, but I know if it's the Tesla, if it's a Cybertruck, they're going to jump on it. If it was a Ford, one of the new Ford Raptors, or a Rivian, I don't think anybody would say much about it. But yeah, for me though, it's a silly vehicle. I don't see myself ever getting one. One thing you don't have to worry about is shopping cart dings. You don't have, no dings when someone opens the door right into your car. You're like, go ahead, open the door. I would get one, I'd start parking like you get like this far. I'm like, Open it. I don't care. No, no. But yeah, I got to check out that video. It definitely does not look good for it because I don't know. I did watch a video that they were saying Marquez Brownlee, MKBHD, said that had Elon Musk, had they never announced the Cybertruck at all years ago, and they just announced it before they released it, and you put it right next to the other trucks there, then people, they couldn't talk as much smack because it's just kind of a parallel with it. So I don't know. It's interesting. I'm curious to see how well it scales. Who's going to buy them? A lot of people are really. All I picture is the VW bug, the little VW bug, and only certain people can pull that one off. So, Andrew, hadn't realized the system's apart from losing mobility. Having seen consultants, I'm suffering the limb weakness and jumpy legs. I am sorry to hear about that, man. Mobility, that's gotta be hard. The mobility and the mind, so I'm sorry. I hope February that helps a lot. We still have SIM cards in our iPhones. Yeah, but you have SIM cards in your iPhones because they want to make it easy, and I'm sure they're regulated to make it easy to move around, to use your thing without having to purchase or pay or switch. Yeah, that seems to make sense to me. I like SIM cards. I liked it when I could just pop a SIM card out of the iPhone and put it in an Android phone. Now it's like I know you can move them, but I'm not messing with it. Shane, the YouTube channel, he got CarPlay and HomeKit. Now he started his car, tells his car to do crazy things. That's awesome. That is, and Shane's great about that. I remember his implementation of just like NFC tags into his car so that when he could just touch it, shut the garage, and it'd start playing and all that. That's pretty cool. I could see him having fun with that. I wish my car had CarPlay. I do wish it had it. Devon, Christmas Day is only 8 days away. I know, that's crazy. That is so crazy. I'm looking forward to it. And then on the 27th, my family's going to Massachusetts. I didn't want to go this year. So I'm not going. I'm staying home. And I'm going to get stuff done. I can't wait. So that'll be nice. And let's see, bananas in the pancakes are fantastic. My mom would slice them up and add them in while cooking. The key is adding while cooking, I think. That's awesome. How do you like the new features on the Apple TV? I haven't played with the FaceTime features yet. Haven't played with FaceTime. The side panel, I haven't utilized it yet. If you're not familiar with it, the latest Apple TV update, and actually, let's see, I believe I took a picture of it too, so that you get this welcome screen. Here, let's just open this up. There. This was the welcome screen that showed up, part of it. Apple TV app navigation. So you have this sidebar. They got rid of the iTunes movie and TV store. Dolby Atmos with SharePlay. I don't see myself using that. FaceTime improvements. I have not tried it out yet. And voice search I haven't done within the apps yet. Fitness and audio focus. Choose the audio focus for your workout to hear more. Yeah, fitness. That hasn't been my strong suit recently. So that is, but no, that I didn't see a huge update. It's kind of interesting though, this side panel. I need to learn more about it, but it helps you get to, sorry, let me switch back. It helps you get to the channels you subscribe to quicker. So I need to play around to learn more about it. I thought about doing a little update video on it. Let's see, David, only time I have pancakes really is on the British national holiday of Pancake Day near Easter. Not sure it's a thing in the US. No, I have not heard of that, but hey, National Pancake Day. The fact that it's recognized, and I appreciate it. That's awesome. Costco's now selling Starlink. Interesting. I'll have to look at that. I'm curious on their price. The thing that scares me is upload speeds. That's the biggest thing with uploading videos and stuff. I worry about that. Bill, there's already a lockdown Apple EV. It's called a Tesla. Yes. Yeah. And there's some of those things like I don't want their voice assistant. I'm like, just let me have CarPlay. The thing is, though, is that they at least that's an interesting story too. How Tesla, like they took the motor from a company, like Elon Musk put the money and the connections of certain people that kind of make it happen, but the brains behind Tesla, and just some of the approach, they earned their place. You know, Apple earned their place with the phones and AirPods and stuff. You know, you earn your place, your way in this world. Yeah. Your car's getting an update next week. Yes, yeah. And then, see, if you listen to the audiobook, Elon Musk audiobook, like the whole self-driving thing, his thing is humans drive with two eyes. Why can't a car? Yeah, and there's just nothing you'll deter him from thinking that way. We drive with two eyes, so should a car. And vision's the only answer in his mind. So it's that closed ecosystem. It's whether you want to play in it or not. Andrew had an issue with the car motion sensors over a couple of days this week. Even after a factory reset of lights and sensors, the routines didn't work. The next day, everything was okay. Now, was the routine triggering? Like, you know the routine was triggering? If you have that issue again, I would be curious if you can add another step into the routine just to confirm that the routine activated. But yeah, I hope it works well and doesn't give you a problem anymore. Devon, what are your plans for New Year's? As little as possible. No plans right now. I don't know. I worked many New Year's Eves doing lighting for events. So I'm more than content not to do anything. My wife wants to do like Times Square at some point. She's like, we should do Times Square next year. And I just like, yeah. How about we went last time, we went to New York right before the pandemic, and we stayed in a room that actually looked over Times Square at the Marriott there. I'm like, that's where I would be content watching the ball drop. But outside and all. So, Kenny, the Cybertruck is ugly. Yeah, the Cybertruck, I mean, it's not a great looking design. It has some interesting features. It's just they overpromised and underdelivered. If they never had an event, this thing would be so much better off. But yeah, it's not a great looking vehicle. There's no part of me that's going to defend the look of it. You know, the tech inside some of it's interesting. You know, the strength of it, you know, that is pretty crazy. But yeah, that's the thing I do like about Tesla is they like speed. They like speed. They like making their vehicles fast. It's insane that this loaded truck here, if you get their top one, goes 0 to 60 faster than my car, and my car puts me back in the seat. I think I'm at 3.4 seconds in my car, and it's like you feel the push and pushing you back. So the idea of a truck doing 2.6 seconds, 0 to 60, that's fun. So that's fun. Yeah. But let's see. Travel Diva, hey, good morning. How you doing? How's everything with you? Yeah, we haven't seen you at a member stream. Yeah, so thank you for being a channel member, and I hope you're doing well. David, car could have been doing a software update. I noticed my car devices do an update when they feel like it. Stops the devices from working for a while. That's interesting because no, that was the Schleg lock we were talking about in the member stream. Yeah, That could be one. I'm curious if that may be it. Blake, good morning. Hey, Blake, the man who edits the videos. Yeah, he does such a good job. I really, Blake knocked out tomorrow's video. I had it yesterday morning. I was able to do my pass on it and more the B-roll, different things I want to tweak, try to make it quicker, all that stuff. But man, and then everything was uploaded by 3 o'clock. I couldn't have done it without Blake. So thank you, man. Bill stinks. Samsung dropped their SD card slot. One of the reasons I ordered the S12 or the 512 Ultra, I saw some places they have a 1 terabyte S23 Ultra. That's a lot of storage. Yeah, it's like, you don't need to remove this. You could sync it somewhere now, is their attitude. They're like, that's one less piece of hardware we got to put in. Jay Christina does videos 3 times a week and he uses Starlink. Okay, yeah, and that's the biggest thing is I'm curious on upload speeds. Right now, my upload speeds are garbage. Oh my God, they bumped us up on our download speeds, but let's see, let's do a quick. Yeah, use my location. Watch this. Boom! We are flying on the download. I'm like, bam! I'll download everything. You want me to download something for you? I got it. I got your download covered. Oh, you want me? Let's see. Let's get to the next part. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't. Oh yeah. Here, let me upload a video. You could have it in 2025. I'll download all day, folks. Never upload. But yeah, 20 megabits per second is horrible. It takes forever to get footage uploaded. But yeah, I want to check on that. I'm only 4 minutes behind now. Awesome. The EU are looking at forcing Apple with side loading, forcing them to be able to download Android apps. I guess we solved all the important problems. Yeah, side loading. All that stuff. I'm like, my stream. There's no part of me that's like, yeah. I think of side loading. I think of the whole iMessage thing and everyone opening it up. You need to do this. You need to open up your stuff. You need to just buy the damn stuff and shut up. McDonald's, you need to give everyone your recipes. It's not fair. Your burger is selling more than everybody else. No, I'm just like, I got more e-waste now because of the USB-C. I got so many lightning cables to throw away. Got micro USB. Now Apple's gonna be forced to like break down to lower their security because they now have to let everyone else. We gotta play too. You're like, the apps are all available on the same thing, and I'm sorry, I'm not a side loader. So, like the Fire TV sticks, you could get them and side load them and basically get media for free. As someone who's made my living in the entertainment industry, I've kind of felt guilty stealing media. So, working on the technical side, and then I've never been one to try to do it. So yeah, the side loading thing is silly to me, and it's just like, shut up. Can't you go like do something important? I'm like, really? This is it. Whiners going, well, I can't put this on. Blah, blah, blah. They do monopoly. You're like, it's iMessage. They don't want your crap on there. It's like, there's a thing called voiding the warranty when you do it with any other product. You're like, yeah, there's my rant for the day, Bill. There's my rant. But yeah, I'm so sick of hearing what the EU's trying to force Apple to do. It's, shut up and go solve some hunger and go do a humanitarian thing that helps somebody. Stop with this nonsense. You're not fixing crap. Stop kidding yourself. And I'm so anti-rules. I'm like, who the hell are these people that are just constantly trying to find a new rule? To just constantly, you need to stop doing that. You need to, yeah. I'm like, some rando's telling me now I can't do this, So I'm bitter at a stoplight near my house. It used to change whenever There was no traffic, and there was like, you come to the left turn lane. No one's coming. It changed green, and you go. But I'm like, some rando named John over there decides that I don't need. Sorry, John. That decides that now we can't make a left turn in a reasonable. We now have to wait until time's out. You're like, great. Some rule maker decided. You're like, who are these people? Why do they want to tell everybody else what to do? I'm like, oh, I can't stand. Like, you need to shut up and go away. You're like, we don't have to make all these dumb rules, right? You're just doing it because you need to tell other people what to do. Shut up. So there's my rant for the day. But yeah, I hate each time I read one of those articles, EU is going to make Apple do this. EU. I'm like, just don't sell the phones. Just don't sell them. Just give a big old F off. Nope, cool. Won't sell it in your countries. There you go. Done. You win. You win. You made us leave. You irritated us enough. We're just not going to sell it to you guys. There you go. So vote your politicians out if you want an iPhone. So I'm so annoyed by people who just want to tell other people what to do all the time and just dumb videos, dumb things like that. New Year's at Times Square just looks like a mess. Yeah, and like you have to be there super early to do any of the new yeah, I couldn't do it. Oswaldo Diaz, is a HomePod Mini good for a good hub on a small desk in a medium room? Yeah, I mean, I did make a video saying which one, HomePod Mini or HomePod. They're really short of sound. There is no reason you need to get a full-size HomePod. I mean, it really comes down to sound. Functionality-wise, you're fine. You are good. So, yeah, enjoy it. Let us know if you get one. What do you think of it? John, in the future, it's the future, he thinks. With Elon, everything's the future, he thinks. But you know what? If you have an image of the future and you're willing to make that future, then it is going to be the future you see because no one else is doing it. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, you get to control the future if you got big enough, the guts to get out there and do it. Are you still I would never, because it was you're accessible, and my brother works for AM0, and I want the Echo. So, I'm sorry, I'm confused on some of this. I would never, because it was yeah, I think you're talking about the videos, like we start doing it. And Ashley, I really do appreciate you. And Travel Diva, I'm glad you're doing well. Thank you. Any traveling for the holidays? Anything going on? William, hey Craig, as a New Yorker, don't go to Times Square on New Year's Eve unless you don't like people bumping into you. That is, yeah, there's no part of me that, yeah. I've always tried to approach everywhere I go more as a local. I want to live more in that space than to stare and try the touristy thing. So yeah, Times Square is, I'd rather get, other places. So I'm with you, William. There's no part of me that wants to do that. I'm glad we went before Christmas, before literally 2 months before the pandemic started. Really glad we went. It was nice. William, hey Craig, is it me or does that Tesla look like Marty McFly's car from back to... Yes, the DeLorean. It is. It is. And it's a stainless steel. Same thing. I don't doubt that Elon wasn't inspired by the DeLorean. And yeah, it didn't work when they did it. So, yeah, the DeLorean. Yeah, I can't even spell it right. But that is, yeah, DeLorean Motor Company. They went bankrupt. I think, wasn't the guy like spent all the money? What is this? A new DeLorean? Oh my. Hey, if you guys didn't know. Apparently, DeLorean's coming back. Oh my. Wow, I have never seen this before. Hey, see, new stuff all the time. Yep, DeLorean is coming back. Holy. Wow. Okay, the original Back to the Future DeLorean was, that's the one that the Cybertruck, yeah, looks like. And that was a stainless steel car too, and they had production issues similar to what Tesla was having. So yeah, here's the old school DeLorean. And yeah, I've seen it around LA, one of them. yeah, with the out of time license plate. So I've seen it. I've seen it a couple times actually since I've lived here. Andrew, I can predict when a watch OS update is due. My Apple Watch 5 crashes. Once update is done, it's great. Battery health is 76%. New watch or new battery? Well, at this point in time, I mean, if you're able to hold out to next September, I would. Only because it's just been so incremental that you'll be able to get a Series 9 watch, which the Series 9 is a little faster. The Series 6, 7, and 8 weren't much of a step up from your 5. But I think it's like if you're able to wait till September and see what the next model is, worst case, you'll get the Series 9 that's available now at a discount. Best case is that there is an actual update that is a change, a welcome change potentially. But either way, you'll be able to get either one. So if they do decide to make a smaller format of the Ultra that looks cool, you get that. If not, the ones that are available now will be on a deep discount. So personally, I would wait. But if you're not going to go wrong getting one, I would try to go with the series. I would go with the 9 personally. I wouldn't go with the SE. There's just not as much stuff with it. Yes, I do have a 3D printer. I was actually talking about in the member stream. I printed out this little stand for my iPad. I wanted something low profile. I wasn't finding anything I liked, so I found this, and it works with my 12-inch, 12.9-inch iPad fine. Something I printed out with some purple filament, and yeah, nice little project. Found online in a couple of minutes, and it was great. John, have you ever used Tapo cameras? You do not have to pay for anything else, and with Homebridge, you can get video and HomeKit. No, I have not. I've had some of them, and yeah, I have not used them. And some of it is like the lack of HomeKit support at this point is like, come on, you gotta do it. John, what's the difference between iMessage and texting? Texting is SMS. That has been around since the beginning. It is far more limited. I don't think it's encrypted in the same way. Where iMessages would be more like WhatsApp or those other, like WhatsApp in Europe is like the way to go. So Europeans and iMessage tend not to be, it's like we use WhatsApp. But here, with 50% of people owning an iPhone, iMessage is just what's built in. And that allows you to send uncompressed like video. And, like if you ever send a video that's too long to somebody, to Android phones over SMS, it ends up being this blurry, compressed mess. You don't have those issues with iMessage. And there's just extra functionality. The equivalent's going to be like Google's RCS that's coming out. Yeah. I remember when Elon tested the Cybertruck's window strength and he broke it. I know. But yeah, and I think the argument though, every bulletproof glass is meant to shatter. It's the layers of glass that it has to break to go through the space in it. I watched something on the presidential limo and all bulletproof glass years ago. But yeah, that is funny breaking it. Now, what's interesting now, they shot the machine gun at it. Joe Rogan shot his compound bow at it with a metal tip Cybertruck. And it put a little ding in it. Put this tiny ding into it. I was really surprised. I mean, that how little of a ding. It's like trying to see if they had the video up. Yeah, here's if you guys haven't seen this yet, here. Sorry. Anyways, yeah. So that is it would be kind of cool to have all doors that tough. And Bill, thank you. Good rant. I'm 11 minutes in, 11 minutes late. Now I'm on track. Blake, I think side loading makes sense in countries that aren't in the US only because iPhones aren't as popular in other parts of the country. In the US, I've never had an app that I can't get a better alt in the US. But that's where once you have the iPhone, you have the Apple Store. but now you're saying developers may not make the equivalent app in the US. No, no, and I would just go back to the argument. Like, my thing would be like, well, let's say like certain cars, battery charge of an electric car in cold environments is affected. Now, should the car company be forced to heat up the car so it never gets that cold? Or is it just the limitations of the tech? Sorry. Maybe that's insensitive, my iPhone insensitivity. So just go Android. It's what's for dinner. And yet that's for me. I'm like, hey, I have no issue with any side. Go with what works for you. But I just hate the forcing, unless you're really harming people. Like European Union, can you come over here and straighten out the cable companies and let them stop jacking us up? I'll take that. Bill Wilson, just go Android. It's what's for dinner. Nice. Things the EU do. No wonder the UK left. Yeah, that was going to be the end of the world for a while, right? For 10 minutes, and then it became okay. Kenny, think the Cybertruck looks more like the car Homer Simpson designed for his long-lost brother. Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah, the one thing, though, for whatever wacky craziness or silliness that truck has, the quality, the silliness is going to be beautifully engineered. You're like, yes, you have a bed that closes that on a triangle wedge-shaped vehicle, but you can jump on that cover. So everything's going to be beautifully engineered. It'll just be ugly. Let's see. Bill, new Cybertruck is from the Mad Max movies. Yeah, they just need to dirty it up. Make it look a little more worn. Check out the event. I watched their event where they delivered 10 of them, I think it was, and you could see as they drive by, the different text, I don't want to say handprints, but just different markings on it. Things that have touched it. It leaves prints. Let's see. New episode of Sago Mini Friends coming out on Apple TV Plus on Friday. Episode will be called New Year Steve. There's our animation update. I appreciate you, Devon. Ashley, do you want to be an emoji? I want the Echo Teen. I like it that it's a bigger screen. Oh, the Echo 10. I'm getting it after the new year. See, and the Echo Show 10, I would recommend that over the 15 for most cases. And a big reason is I think the screen is big enough to be able to utilize it for media, but the audio side is a lot better on it. Let's see. Yeah, I want to be an emoji. I'll always be an emoji. I'll take that. William, hey Craig, are you going to make a video the best of the tech of 2023 in your recommendations? What I was gonna do is, because that video kind of dies quickly because we're almost done with 2023. What I was going to do is actually do the tech I'm taking into 2024. My favorite tech going into 2024. So basically just flipping that. So instead of it being the end, it's the beginning of the year. So yeah, I was going to include the stuff that I'm using, the stuff I've implemented since, last year, because I did do one last year at the end of the year, and it was I had some people giving me crap. They're like, why is this the best devices for 2024 when we're still in 2023? So I'm like, wait a moment, I'll put the video off for 2 weeks. But yeah, I am planning on covering the things that I use daily and why. But yeah, that's I will plan on doing it. But I think I'll put that as a first beginning of the year video. So it's going in, and to be honest, I mean, it's I want to get views, and if someone sees best of 2023, there's a chance they're just going to look past it, even if the information's still very relevant. So the difference in putting it 2 weeks later could offer more value, more views for me and more value for other people, instead of it getting shelved with, Yeah. So, Andrew, are you in the UK? I took my Apple Watch back to the Apple Store 3 years after I got and used the customer rights law. They replaced my Apple Watch free of charge because the battery was drained. I like that. Thank you, Dave, for sharing that. Because, yeah, he's in the UK, so that could be great. Customer rights law in the UK say the item should still be fit for purpose after 6 years. If not, they have to fix it, replace it, or give you a refund. This info's on Apple's UK website. Love it. That is great information. Thank you for sharing that, Dave. That is awesome. And oh, Bill, thank you, Bill. I didn't put my screen low enough. That was so. I appreciate you, Bill. Let's see. That I like that website or that I like that law. That should be good after 6 years. I could get behind that one. You're asking for 6 years. 6 is tough. I would take it to 5 personally. So, John, yes, on Elon truck you have to pay more to get a different paint color. Well, yeah, you have to get them wrapped. You have to get the Cybertruck wrapped, which is interesting. If you want a different color, you have to, I think it's an $5,000 or $8,000 upgrade to get it wrapped. And you could, I don't know how many different colors they have for it. Here, let's just go, let's buy one, folks. Let's see, let me make sure. Let's order now. Let's go through the process. Who wants to buy a Tesla? Okay, purchase price. Well, you got to pay attention. This is with probable savings. Let's go to the real purchase price without any kind of savings. So let's just get let's get El Cheapo here at 60,000. Due today. Okay. Oh, so they don't let you customize? Okay, maybe we'll just get a Cyber Beast. Wow. Okay. Well, before you used to be able to go through the whole process. I guess not now. Cool. Without their other cars, you can order a Tesla in under 10 minutes. You could just boom, 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 Apple Pay or Google Pay, whatever, boom, done. $100 deposit. They start the process for you, which is insane. Let's see. Johannes, I already moved to Android about 3 years ago. Now it has a custom OS and a lot of mods. Have you tried the experience on Android with root and all the bells and whistles like repurposed OnePlus slider? No, I haven't. I've really stayed in, I like the pure Android experience. I've only used One UI on Samsung and I like One UI. But I like playing around with all the new Android features and doing the way you're saying with root and all that. You might be able to utilize all those, but in using Pixel devices with their pure Android, anything new that comes out is like instantly there. So that's where I've only stuck in there. So I do not know how, like, all the side loading is something I don't do, and that's where like my preference comes from that. What's a total realistic budget to build out a smart home? I'm already in for G. That's I'm just trying to think. Let's if you want to build it out, right, you're not going to mess with things, I would start off with Lutron switches. That's going to be about $500, 500 to 750 to do a house would be my guess. Bulbs, I'm going to go $15 a piece. You're about $300 there. You add in sensors. I'm going to say $10 a piece, 20 of those. That's $200. Yeah, you're easily, I see a grand. And then you throw in all the different speakers. You could save like $300 if you go with the Wi-Fi switches. But yeah, I would say realistically, I mean, you could get in at like, to get started, $500. Realistic. Adding smart switches into the pictures and really getting bulbs and decking the place out, minimum 1,000. I'm gonna say closer to $1,500. You start adding strips into it. You add custom devices, fans things they only have a few models. I'm gonna say you're in for $2,500 at that point. So 1,000. That's not. I mean, if you're in so far 1,000, you're getting some of the good stuff. Uh, you know, is my guess. But I don't think that's crazy if you're investing in some decent stuff. For example, I love Lutron switches. They're expensive. But I also know I've walked into hundreds of hotel ballrooms, and those hotel ballrooms all have professional Lutron lighting systems and controls and can be hooked up into lighting consoles and all different stuff. Lutron has been making dimmers for 20, 30 plus years. So for them to make a smart dimmer is a parallel move, not them getting into a space they shouldn't be in. Let's see. So Bill, the robots that were doing the test of the Cybertruck was what scares me. They gave an iRobot vibe to me. Yeah, well, and that goes back. Elon Musk. We walk with two hands. We walk with two legs. We use two hands. We use eyes. So all this stuff, you build a machine in that image. It's kind of crazy. Some of their videos. Like they were demonstrating the robots and where they're at on being able to sort things and learn. I couldn't believe my old Apple III watch had a big update. That is surprising. I thought they were done with that. The Echo 10 does not have the Fire TV app. That is one of the things I mentioned. You don't have the Fire TV app. Have you got your Echo camera helicopter yet? I don't think Amazon has their Echo helicopter yet, so that's funny. Bill, 57 minutes and someone just opened his Discord account. Oh, hey, someone opened up? Yeah, I know. Me. I know, 47. Good point. Yes, I know. The fact it even opened is a surprise. Which, you know what? I need to set up a new shortcut button, a new streaming shortcut. With the Elgato Stream Deck, it'll now trigger Apple shortcuts. So I have multiple shortcuts written to open up things and windows and all that. So I got to throw Discord on there. Has anyone watched an Apple Films new movie, The Family Plan? No, I want to see that. That looks funny. If you don't know what that is, Family Plan, Mark Wahlberg. It looks pretty funny. But The Family Plan on Apple TV Plus. Okay. Oh, no, it's not going to work because it's opening the actual TV app. Never mind. Let's close that. But yeah, The Family Plan looks pretty funny. Starring Mark Wahlberg. A former assassin's past forces him to take his family on a road trip unlike any other. So it's a comedy. Ring cameras, the Ring drone. What did Paul Hibbert, I forget his term he was using for it, but he had a great video on it. Blake, did you hear about BMW, their cars? Switching their cars to open Android so Google can't collect user driving data. Well, good. Because, why not? Let's block them off. I honestly didn't even know driving data collection was a thing through Android Auto. Another reason I use Apple devices. Yeah, I've gotten emails from when using Android phones saying, here's where you've been. And it's like, oh, thank you for letting me know all the places you've connected. You know where I'm at. Josh just had Lutron switches during a custom remodel. Not cheap, but it ties in perfectly with Apple Home app. Yeah, it's not cheap, but it uses a hub, and that hub, they're consistent. Just being off of Wi-Fi makes it worth it, man. So I'm glad to hear it's worth it. What's the most useless smart devices you bought? Have you bought any unnamed brand smart devices? My big thing is I've tried to base this channel on an idea of stuff that you could readily get, stuff that you could get from more than one place, stuff that you can ask there's other sources to learn from. I stay away from the no-name brands. I don't want to share them with you guys. I don't want to put products out that don't have a track record. Because I don't want you guys to be the guinea pig for a brand we've never used. Now, most useless smart device you bought, my toothbrush, my refrigerator, my dishwasher, all things that are smart that don't need to be, Yeah, I mean, things like that. My electric razor. I'm like, it gives me a red thing tell me I'm shaving my face wrong. I've used an electric razor for like 30 years, 25 years, and the damn thing in the apps tell me I'm not using good technique. So it's basically the stuff, the most worthless smart devices are the stuff that doesn't need to be a smart device, but it adds an extra $15 onto the price tag, and it gives you an app that now it's like, good job, Craig, you shaved your face correctly. You're like, what is that? Wait. Hold it. So that would be the most useless smart devices are the things that really aren't that smart yet. Let's see, William. Or you can do what I did when adding stuff for smart home, added it to your Christmas list. It is an addiction. Yes, that's the good thing to do. Yes, add it to your list. Chantal, hey, hello friends, bought a HomePod this week. I'm in love. I'm glad to hear that. Good. And thank you for sharing it, because my thing is, like, go to Costco, folks. You see that sweet deal on a HomePod? If you're an iPhone user, give it a shot. Check it out, you know? I mean, for me, it's the Apple side of things that offer a lot of value. Don't even mess with your Amazon smart home. Just add it and try reminders, your calendars, to-do list, you know, different things like that. Answer a phone call with it. So I'm glad to hear you've enjoyed it. I haven't noticed much difference with Matter yet. No, if anything, I just feel like some stuff is more of a pain in the butt with Matter. Like, yeah, it's not, yeah. Johannes, Google Timeline is a nice feature to know where you've driven. It helps them too. So, John, thanks for the help. I now know how to use shortcuts. I can do so much more things. Yeah, shortcuts are pretty cool. And they don't have to be difficult. Like, I have a shortcut that all it does is I just pick the open app option and then a wait. Open app, and then I just pick the multiple apps and leave a wait in between them so they don't try to open on top of each other, because that was causing issues. And yeah, just little things like that are super easy. Luigi, Craig, I have a question on the Echo Show 10. Is it the best item ever? No. I would say the best item would be the Echo Show 8. If I were to pick an Echo, because I think it's the best balance of price to features. Now, where the Echo Show 10 excels is in a common space. Just calling it up, it can turn towards you. So if you are at the dining room table, you want some music, you just call up some music, and now the speakers are pointing at you. Now you're in our house, you're at the kitchen, making some food. Now you call it up and you have a show playing there. So I think it's a good balance of sound to features. Best price ever. Best device ever. I do really, I would not put that in here. To me, it would be a waste because I couldn't take advantage of the movement. But yeah, I think it serves a common place better. But Echo Show 8, I think, is great. And don't get the Echo Show second generation, Echo Show 8 second generation if you can. Go with the third gen. It has better sound. It has a thread router in it. It could be it has a Matter. It could be a Matter controller. Sorry, it has a thread border router, a Zigbee hub, and it could be a Matter controller. So, Bill, like a YouTuber buddy of mine said, I use Google Rewards because they pay me back for some of the data they collect. I like that. That's a great way to put that. Nice. Paul Hibbert has moved and automated his home with Aqara and minimal home assistance, which he used to rave about. A lot of it, man, you could just pull away from some of these extra things. You can pull away from the extra stuff. Let's see. Craig, what watch are you wearing? I am wearing the Apple Watch Ultra, the Series 1, the first one. Love it. Saw no reason to update to the new one. I wear this one during the day, and then at night I wear the Series 9 because it's just a lighter weight. And yeah, I like it. I'm due for the band needs a washing. Definitely, it's a little dusty, dirty, but yeah, it's been a great watch. What's nice about the Ultra is if you bang it into something, instead of checking the watch, you usually have to check what you banged it into. So if I hit it on the wall, I'm like, oh dang it, did I mess up the paint? Or like the Series 8 would be like, oh god, did I ding the aluminum? You know, so they definitely heavy duty. Can you, and hopefully Luigi, that helps. I mean, that's my perspective on it. Big thing that hurts the Echo Show 15 is the size, cost, and touch. It's just too slow in the touch interface. Can you put Apple Plus on an Echo 10? No, you can't put Apple TV Plus on an Echo Show 10. They really should add that Fire TV interface. Thank you, Blue Boat. Yeah, this is just the Apple standard band. It's, yeah, their first version. I don't like the new colors now. And then, not now, David, I love the blue print feature on the Echoes. You can really confuse your family and friends who try to... yeah, you just make your own. I love it. I love it. Let's see. So now, on that note, my goal is to usually get out by 10:15. I didn't put my last call up because, well, we didn't need it today. You know, everybody's out Christmas shopping, or they're just over. They're like, this is Craig's bull talk. So Andrew, almost forgot I assigned a different wake word to each Lady A enabled device. They've stopped ignoring me. Good. Nice, I'm glad. Not now, David, like the Apple, try and say the fingerprint feature on the Apple Watch 9 and Ultra. Oh, I haven't tried that yet. I always forget it's there, even though you've been able to do that for ages on older models. Yeah, a new feature is the pinch gesture. Well, if you go under accessibility, that feature's already been there. So yeah, it's a good point. Well, I'm going to get out of here in a moment. I just want to say, answer Luigi Craig. We buy the Echo Show 10 for $181. And we pay almost $200 for Christmas. Wow. Oh wow. Yeah. With tax all, how are they looking on price? Because the Echo Show 10 I thought had a good price right now. Even the 15 has a good price. Like, yeah, 169 is what we're seeing here. And then, yeah, add the tax, versus the 15, I think is 200. We're seeing 204 because now they sell it with the remote. So they bumped up the price with the remote, and I don't think you can buy it without a remote now. So yeah, I mean, even that, it's like, if you think you could take advantage of this hub, I would say, Luigi, watch tomorrow's video. You know, watch tomorrow's video. I'm saying why I'm not a fan of the Echo Show 15 compared to some of the other Echoes. And I'll give you, and I give some recommendations at the end, kind of the strong points. So hopefully that helps out. Thank you guys. I appreciate you all being here. Are you using Home Assistant for something? I use it for compatibility and automations in Android. I use Home Assistant. I use Hoobs, Homebridge, and only for a couple items, but I've really tried to buy everything to work with all assistants to avoid needing it. So let's see. And Tom, hey, thank you, Tom. I'm glad you enjoyed it. John, yeah, have a Merry Christmas. I will be back next week. I will do a stream next Saturday, a couple days before Christmas. Yeah, thank you very much, you guys being here. And yeah, everyone, have a Merry Christmas if you aren't able to make it. I'm thinking about getting a metal band for my new watch. You get more air to your skin and under the band than the plastic bands. That's totally true. I didn't like the silicone bands because they trapped moisture in there. So I've always stuck with these sports loops because they breathe. But yeah, that's, the breathability is huge, especially you work with your hands, so Bill, so yeah, you don't want sweat getting in there. Devon, speaking of YouTube folks and from YouTube creators talking about collab memberships, update and pause comments, anyone know what that is? There's supposed to be, Yeah, there's supposed to be some collaboration features coming out. I don't know enough details on them. Membership updates, there's new ways to promote them, but there's no way to give away memberships yet. Pausing comments, I don't know anything about that. I know there's a new way to add ads in the middle of live streams. They're like, hey, you want to set it up so you can add some ads? So it'll be like, hey guys, so the best way to do this would be, and then I'll just throw an ad in there. So it's like YouTube's fault. And it'll be like, that's just wrong. Anyways, William, can I just got a 65-inch fireplace TV stand and was thinking about making the fireplace smart, but don't know how. The tough part with that is going to be with the fireplace. Well, the fireplace, if it's a physical button, you're going to have issues, but you could put a SwitchBot bot on it, so it pushed a physical button. What you can also do is the SwitchBot hub has an infrared emitter. The Aqara M2 hub has an infrared emitter. Aqara G2H, Aqara G3 has both those have infrared emitters in them. And my guess is your TV stand probably has a remote for it. You could program that in, and then you could write those in like Aqara stuff. You could save those. You can save that stuff, those button presses, into HomeKit, and you could trigger routine so it presses that button for you. But that would be the direction I would end up heading with it, is try an infrared emitter. I'll be there. I show up late because they did not notify me. Of course they don't. Notifications suck here. Curtis, bye to you, and I'm really going to get out of here. I just sent out my Roomba just to get an advertisement to buy more gear for it. Come on, Amazon. Can't wait to upgrade out of iRobot. Amazon's destroying them. Yeah, they're wrapping around too much, and I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like them in too much stuff. No snow in Texas for Christmas. Is that a good thing? So for me, I'm like, yeah. Blake, I'll talk to you later, man. Thank you. And thank you for, knocking out that video. I'm glad. Once I'm done with this, we're done for the weekend. Luigi, can the SwitchBot? My father says logs of people, says it's not good. All of Amazon's, lots of people say it's not good. You know what? I've been using their stuff for a while. I like their stuff. They've been a sponsor of the channel too. The big things, I'm using their blind, SwitchBot bots. The curtains, I love the curtains, especially the new curtain 3s work well. I think smart devices can be hit or miss. It's especially if you look around, it really can be hit or miss. So I think it comes down to use, what you see them for. Another alternative is Aqara. To me, I'd put those two really right near each other. Either Aqara or SwitchBot are kind of my go-to for stuff now. But on that note, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate you all being here, and have a great rest of your weekend. This is always great. Oh, yeah, say hi to Andrea, too. Thank you. And you guys enjoy the rest of your vacation. That is awesome. And again, I really do appreciate it. This is just one of those gifts that makes me smile. So I'll put that over there on the shelf. So, thank you very much. And you didn't hear, during our member stream, I was telling my daughter, showed one of my daughters, and she's like, oh, okay, cool. Well, then my daughter, who likes to game and stuff, she comes in, she's like, that's so cool. But she thought I made it. And she's like, that's cool. And then I said, yeah, one of our subscribers, great supporter of the show. I'm like, great. They come to our live streams all the time. She's like, one of your subscribers made? That's even cooler. So my 13-year-old, she actually wanted to take a picture of it to show her friends. So I'm like, that's crazy. So that's very cool. Thank you again, man. And I won't stay any longer because I will just keep going. My Apple Watch has once fallen to a 5-meter diving pool, had to dive to the bottom with the sports loop, forgot to change to silicone. Really? I have never had this pop off. And this is my little demo, because I've tried. I'm like, wow, you really got it caught on something. Then Apple uses 5 pieces of Velcro, or 4 on these ones. But what's nice about that is if it pops, if it catches, it tends to hinge on it and not pop all the way off. So I'm like, that really popped off on you. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, I'm going away for real now. Thank you guys very much. Have a great rest of your weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.